Hi, this is a Yesterday's Moose production, and we're back with Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom for Xbox One. This episode, we're going to take on a new area. However, I'm pretty sure that I've missed a bunch of things in the previous area, but I was not able to get to it. By the way, I'm making this commentary after the fact for editing purposes, so I won't comment much on that again, or any of the editing, because I think I dwell a bit too much on it. So here we go. Let's go ahead and move this shrubbery out of the way by using fire, and open this box. What's in the box? Ooh, a heart container. We have more life. I guess I should have gotten a hint that that was what was in the box because of those hearts there. But I didn't notice them. So once again, we got this new lion character who's fairly cool, but I still think I'm a bit used to using the frog. And here's a new area, Pirate Shore. So we got a switch. What happens when you activate the switch? Well, you have these shiny things and also plenty of money. Now, I wasn't able to collect all the shiny things, although I tried about 20 or 30 times. By the way, this is the main reason why I did the editing for this episode, and that's all I have to say about that. So I did collect all the money, but I didn't collect all the shiny things. I have no idea what happens when you collect all the shiny things. I tried my best to get them all, but did not succeed. Perhaps eventually I will return here and see what that's all about. That shiny thing up there, I couldn't see how to get to it. Doesn't seem to be a way to get yourself over there. So this I was not expecting. We're back on the island, presumably the islands that we started out on. I guess a different part of it. Stock up on some magic. Looks like we got a pirate ship. And we got some items here, such as this deadly blade is small and sharp enough to deal faster blows, a favorite among assassins and cooks. That's interesting. And we got this. An exquisite piece that emits light, can be coupled with shiny armor for even more luminescence. That's pretty cool, but I want to go ahead and buy this killer dagger. And I'll go ahead and equip that for now. And test out the faster attack speed. Yes, it's definitely faster. And hey, now we can upgrade some items. I got 2 power gems. So let's see, what do I want to upgrade? Get some poison immunity for the crimson uniform. Or sorry, was that the Prince Tunic? Sorry, I moved over it quite quickly. Here we go, we got Earth Aegis. Upgrade the shield for 100% reflection. And upgrade the Prince Tunic. Eventually. Reason is because I wanted that poison immunity. because I've gotten poisoned quite a few times. There we go, finally bought it. Oh hey, we got this guy. Who is he? I don't know. Percy! Zzz, so hungry. Zzz, one more roasty pork stew, please. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but perhaps we will find out. We got some boxes, but can't really interact with them. And a giant pot. What's this? Roasty pork stew recipe. Find a delicious pig, place it in the water with aronia berries, a pineapple, and a turnip. Once done, boil the water to cook a mouth-watering dish. So, hey, I'm not exactly sure where I will find those things. Something is missing. I should check the ingredients at pot temperature again. At this point, I was convinced that I would not be able to remember these items, thinking that maybe you would find them in various places. But as you will see, they're not quite as hidden as I thought they would be. And we got this switch. And that switch activates this money, and you have a very limited time to collect all the money. And what will happen when you get all of the money? When you get all the money, you get a hidden lost music sheet. It does take a little while to get there, but we get there. By the way, there's also hidden platforms, which at this point I did find one, just found it a few seconds earlier, you may have noticed. But I didn't know that there was many of them around. I also wasn't exactly certain how to get past these blocks. I thought maybe the snake would do it, but no. Can't use the snake's charge ability while you're submerged in the water. And if you go into this corner and change to the snake, you die a horrible, painful death. I was not expecting that, and I was quite upset that that happened, by the way. And just to mention, there are some boxes on that previous platform, that one down there, but I have moved them, or rather destroyed them, so they are no longer in my way. And these launch points for the frog are kind of tricky, and I keep using that word. I go through these phases of catchphrases, which was weird. Anyways, so you have to do this quickly, and eventually you'll get something cool. There we go, got a box. What's in the box? Got some berries, aronia berries, used for the roasted pig or pork recipe. Well, pig is pork and pork is pig. Say that 10 times fast. I thought maybe you could do something with that sack in the on the top of the boxes, but you can't. But I did find out you can charge over water with the lion. That's interesting. Also, the lion floats in water. The lion does not sink. I also am trying to use this quick changing mechanic because it's easier than cycling through each transformation. And hey, I found out you can do this. Down swipe on the blocks and get them out of your way. Tip: those who have proven themselves to be true pirates can collect pirate souls to instantly refill their stamina. So I didn't think that I would be able to explore this area. Maybe I could, who knows, but I'm leaving to explore other things. So I saw a cannon back there, and we got some cannonballs here. And hey, look, hidden platform, which you can apparently find by using the smell ability as the pig. We also got a bunch of underwater stuff. Got a switch which moves a clamshell, and it also diverts the flow of water, and this will allow us to access different areas. Fortunately, it's not super complicated what you have to do. Got another music sheet here, and I'm guessing that eventually we'll get back to Ollie to give him these music sheets. I think compared to other Wonder Boy games, this has a lot more backtracking and a lot more areas which are kind of hard to get to. In previous games, they would usually be fairly easy to backtrack to certain areas. And I'm super confident that the reason for that is because this game is, one, not exactly a Wonder Boy game. It is a spiritual successor to Wonder Boy, but technically not a Wonder Boy game. Also, this is a newer game, so the worlds would have to be bigger and more involved, I would imagine, for people who are just new to this series to find a lot of things to do. Perhaps the previous games might seem a little bit simplistic to some people. And by the way, we got a chest here. What's in the chest? Looks like a turnip. It is a turnip. And some super ridiculously happy crabs who must die. Not so happy now, are ya? By the way, there was a hole down there I just noticed. I think. A hole for the snake. This game is really getting me for these little details that I keep overlooking. But I suppose that's the nature of the game, is to find all the hidden stuff and to play through the game multiple times to see if you can get 100%. Also, I'm sure that the closer I get to the end of the game, the easier it'll be to backtrack to certain areas. At least that's my feeling. I don't have any guarantee of that, but I would imagine that that's what's going to happen. By the way, you have to use the charge attack to move this cannon. And then I was like, oh hey, I gotta get the cannonballs. And I can use my relatively newfound ability as the frog to carry things in my mouth. By me, I mean Monster Boy, aka Jin. For some reason I thought I could pick it up as the snake, kind of like the cogs. But then I was like, no, it's the frog, silly. Remember, you got that ability? And here, the hidden platforms come in handy. Also, I found these hidden platforms easier to find than I thought they would be. I thought there would be quite a bit of trial and error. I am glad that I was a little bit wrong on that. I'm glad that it didn't take as much effort. Not to say that it was easy. And at this point I was like, how do I get up there? Oh wait, there's a platform over on the left. So I thought maybe these rings here? But then I was like, no. Those just led over to the right where that chest used to be. But let's try it again. Maybe it'll work this time. No, definitely not. Just a final note here on the editing. As I said, I wasn't going to talk about it too much, but I feel like it's worthwhile mentioning it now. I left a lot of my trial and error in the edit. I felt like maybe I was doing a little bit too much editing with the previous video. Now hey, we got a box. What's in the box? Looks like a pineapple. So let's go back to that guy. Oh hey, it just automatically throws things into the pot. And nothing was happening. So I was like, okay, talk to this guy again. Percy says the same thing. I was like, I wonder where I'll find a pig. Oh right, I can turn into a pig. And once again, I was trying to get rid of that sack there on top of the boxes. And as far as I can tell, you can't do anything with it. But it's worth trying. Okay, me playing the game, you can now turn into a pig and throw yourself in the pot. Sniff, sniff. Roasty pork stew. It's about time my piggy meal delivered got... Wah! You're... Sorry, I'm not for eating. What happened to your ship? Sorry, I missed a bit of the dialogue there. I crashed it here. Well, a terrible ghost ship pursued me and the crew. Sadly, they all went overboard due to me frantic sailing. Do you think your crew is still out there? Of course! They all be strong swimmers, especially Captain Black Tusk. If only I hadn't left our flag in the ship. With it, they'd know just where to find old Percy, but alas, the only entrance now is underwater, and this darn peg leg keeps me floating on the surface. I'll get it for you. Bless your heart of gold, lad. Here, take me trusty pirate bomb. It'll blow away anything blocking your path to me ship. Percy bomb can destroy huge rocks and even works underwater. Use with caution. By the way, once again, I wish that the dialogue text was a larger font. I'm not exactly blind, but I think I might need glasses, and I do find myself struggling a little bit to read the dialogue. And apparently you don't use the bomb that way, you just press X. Ooh. Gotta get rid of those. Definitely don't want to be near one of those when they explode. Those fish are a little bit hard to hit, I find. Definitely easier to get rid of the crabs. And I feel like I should have gone over there. But I started exploring this area with these depth charges. Be very, very careful to avoid getting hit by them or running into them, like I just did. Depth charges go boom and hurt. Owie, owie. I like the jellyfish in the background, by the way. I think that's a pretty cool detail. So what's in the box? Got a power gem. By the way, if it wasn't immediately obvious, the depth charge got rid of the block that was preventing access to this area. And I was like, what's that for? And then depth charges. Okay, get in there. Keep an eye out for them. They will surprise you. I dodged the first one, did not dodge the second one. So back down I went. Again, I could have explored an area which was pretty obvious. But again, I'll have to backtrack and see what was there. So we got a door there. Not certain how one accesses that door. Again, I feel like that door is probably something that's worth exploring. And also, I'm not sure if you have to light all these up, but it is definitely helpful. It's a good idea to keep an eye on which ones are lighting up and what or how many of the glowy things are above them, because that is going to be a hint for something. Now this is an area where having extra glowy stuff would definitely help for navigation purposes. Plenty of hidden gold as well. Looks like we got a music sheet over there. Got it. And I was thinking maybe I could navigate through that hole with the snake, but no, no such luck. I think it's just a dead end. And you cannot change your form while you're sticking to the wall as a snake. I found that out eventually. Money, money, money. Now it's a good idea to keep in mind that you need oxygen when you're a snake. You may not need it when you're a frog, but you definitely need it when you're a snake. It may not be easy to see the blocks that are in your way, but basically anytime you're not able to progress, that's when you use the head bash as the snake. And here we got some switches, and the earlier light up section where it showed the glowy balls above the crystals, well, that was the hint for this room, and at this point I couldn't remember any of it, so we're just gonna do some trial and error. When in doubt, try different switches. Fortunately, it didn't take me a ridiculous number of tries. So I feel like you could have done that without lighting up the crystals from earlier. I suppose I would have done just as well, considering that I couldn't remember any of it. By the way, I like sections like this where there are hidden items and you can try to get them by returning to a previous area. Makes backtracking quite a bit easier and more enjoyable. Now we got these launch things again, which are hard to catch on to when you're swimming around in the water. And we got a box. Fortunately, I can backtrack relatively easily. And I'll have to hook onto those catch points. Catch points, launch points, they're called something. Got a key. Pirate ship key lets you get inside the pirate ship. Percy crashed on shore. Okay. cool. But what's over here? Ah! Now we can light up this crystal. And it opens that up. That's good. I think that means that it'll make it easier to return to some of the previous sections. And we'll use the key to open the door because, duh. And we got ourselves a new area with a ghost. Hello, ghost. Now, I've gone on about 36 minutes here. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and end the video here. So thank you very much for watching. This has been a Yesterday's Moose production, and I'll see you next time.